Hello, good morning. It's a pleasure to be with you once again to give you another of my sermons. I just want to talk about Castro and Janet. It's very unfortunate what happened to them. It's disastrous. It's a tragedy. I mean, a group of friends, they go out to have fun, to celebrate, and then unfortunately this happens. Castro, obviously, for obvious reasons, his death is treated, it gets more publicity than unfortunately Janet. But I think two people have gone to sea and they didn't return, they drowned. And 90% of the time, when people drown, if there is no rescue in time, they die. I mean, that will be the end of them. You know, unfortunately, in this case, usually the sea brings back whatever it takes, it washes back onto the shore. But unfortunately, I mean, with all the rescue and everything, they have not been found. I mean, bodies have not been found. However, we're still grieving. I suppose it makes it difficult for their families to grieve properly, to grieve properly, because there is nobody, there are no bodies, if I should say. So it makes it, I don't know how the families are coping with the situation. I mean, it came, we were all saddened as a nation. We were gripped, because apparently Castro was a very friendly, very talented young man. And then Janet, stunning, as a drop dead beautiful woman. What a waste. What a waste. And so, but what the reason why I'm making this video is how we received this news, the rumors behind the news, the the unnecessariness that this news came with. And I think it's appalling, in my opinion. I mean, we are a nation of hypocrites. I'm sorry to say that, but Ghana is one of the most hypocritical nations that ever existed. We're not supposed to be that way, but we are not honest with ourselves, with our feelings, with our moods. We don't, we shy away from a lot of things. And that is how we're socialized to be. I mean, how I grew up, my mother would tell me, don't wear trousers. Trousers is not an outfit for girls. She was that strict. And I won't wear trousers, not when she's around. But I remember when I went to school, when I got to the university, I was wearing trousers. But when I was coming home from school, I'll take the trousers off and put on a very long skirt. So when I say we're hypocritical, I'm not saying I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, I know that because that's how we are socialized to be. We are not socialized to be ourselves. We do a lot of things for cameras, and then you can only, sorry about that, you can only be yourself. The only time somebody is themselves is when they are alone. So when you want to really get to know what people get up to, or how real some people are, catch them when they're alone. Snoop up on them. That is when you know the real them. So back to Janet and Castro. I mean, it's a tragedy. But the appalling thing is how the media treated this tragedy. A lot of things were coming up. Fetish priests were coming up with a whole lot of bull about how Castro approached them for fame, for this, for that. I mean, they say dead men don't talk. It's so true, because he's not here to defend himself. And as to whether he went to see any fetish priest, nobody knows. You know, and they're making up some. And the sad thing is, the people in the media are enlightened people. However, they give audience, they give publicity to these idiots who are claiming to be to have third eyes and all that. They can see through the future and all that. I mean, if they've got this kind of skill, the country is sinking. Do something about it. I mean, if really the voodoo can help, then do something. Don't just sit there in some god-forsaken hut, somewhere under a tree or somewhere, surrounded by trash that you call gods. Do something. The country is sinking. So if you can do that, then really we're talking business. But you can't. You just sit there and come up with accusations, with rumors, with untruths, just to mess people's heads. Then it's wrong. So I don't think the media, well, we all love rumors, we all love sensational news, we all love a scoop. But the thing is, do we have to give room for these people? Really, these are unlettered people to dictate the pace. I wouldn't do that. And then to Janet, I mean, obviously, she was a stunning woman, a very beautiful woman, attractive woman. So beautiful that everyone is saying, or ignorant people are saying, oh, she's from the bottom of the ocean. She's a mermaid. She has come to whisk Castro away. This is 2014. And we are, as Africans, we're thinking like this. The world will laugh at us. They are laughing at us already for how ignorant, how silly this is. It's silly. I mean, what happened to all things bright and beautiful? God made us all. I mean, she's beautiful. Does it not occur to us that God could create something so beautiful, or someone so beautiful? I mean, we are the ones who claim we're a Christian country. We're Christians. We're perfect. We're terrific. God is on our side. I think we're hypocrites. Ghanaians, we are hypocrites. We just would like to think we're Christians, but we are not. I mean, if I had to choose between Kwaku Bunsam and some of the pastors in Ghana, I would follow Kwaku Bunsam any day, because they don't make any difference. They are on the same scale. They practice differently, but in reality, they are on the same scale. So Janet, back to Janet, she's from the sea. She's a mermaid who has come to whisk Castro away to the bottom of the ocean. Apparently, Mami Wata needs has a recording studio somewhere that she needs recording. Who for? I don't know. So it shows you where we're coming from as Africans. I think we are really, I don't want to use any words that I might regret, but the reality is, if you think critically about things, we are ignorant. I mean, it pains me to say that because I'm African. I was born and bred in Ghana. I schooled in Ghana. But the way we are, it does not encourage progress. It does not encourage advancement at all. I mean, we're blessed with so much in this country. But what do? We do with it. We've got gold, we've got oil, we've got so many, the soil. All you need to do is to just fling seeds on the soil, and something shoots up. Some other parts of the world, they have to put up a greenhouse before they can grow anything, because all that they can grow on their soil is potatoes. But yet we sit down and we get aid from these people who cannot grow anything on their soil. We sit back with our good soil and they bring aid with us, food in cans, reject food that they wouldn't eat themselves most of the times, food that they've taken out of their shelves, And of course we deserve it, because we have proved to them, we have proved to the West that we cannot handle our own business as Africans. It's unfortunate, it's embarrassing. And I don't know, sometimes I just get so emotional, so paranoid about these things. I just give up, just curl into a ball and sleep, you know. So back to Castro and Janet. I mean, I just this some of these things, it just opens a can of worms for me. I just, one topic leads to the other and the other and the other. So I intended to record this for 5 minutes, and I've run into 10 minutes already, you know. And then so with Janet and Castro, and then there's Asamoah, the football player. I mean, obviously they're friends. They were friends. I mean, when Castro was alive, they were great together. They even recorded a song together. That's how close they were. And so I go on Ghana Web, and there's another rumor. Oh, Asamoah must have something to do with this. How silly. How silly. I mean, what would he gain from that? What would he gain? What does he stand to gain? Critically, I mean, if you think about it critically, he's got money, he's got fame, he's got whatever. He's even more famous than Castro himself. So what does he stand to gain in killing him, finishing him off like that? I mean, it's so ignorant. It's just the way we are. I mean, our mentality and everything. I'm not standing on a high horse or anything to, you know, trying to pass on my value to anybody, but I'm an observant. I observe a lot of things, and as Africans and Africa, I'm passionate about Africa. I am African, and it saddens me the way we think, the way our perspective on things. Sometimes, gosh, it's appalling. Anyway, I just I have to go before I explode. So come again another time for one of my recordings. As I said, I have left my email address and everything. Anybody who wants to criticize, anybody who wants to contribute, wants to comment, whatever, I mean, just bring them in, and I'm happy to respond. Do criticize, because that's how I grow. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Have a good day.